Well. Welcome back, everybody. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about something that's very controversial within the celebrity brand. In fact, I think this is probably the most divisive topic when it comes to celebrity. Very few are in the middle. Actually, most either love it or hate it. And of course, I'm referring to, well, the infinite veranda. In this video, I'm going to discuss the pros and cons of the infinite veranda and compare it to celebrities' traditional style balcony cabin. But before I get started, as you might know, the amount of traditional style balconies on the Edge class of ships is severely limited. The only non-suite cabins that offer a traditional style balcony on the Edge class, well, are either on the sides of the very forward or aft parts of the ship, or in the very far aft part of the ship with a view of the wake, otherwise known as the sunset veranda. With that said, the number of traditional style balcony cabins is far outweighed by the infinite veranda. In fact, I believe it's about 92 traditional style balconies to about 470 or so infinite veranda style balconies. You might be thinking, which style veranda or balcony cabin do I like more? Well, stick around and I'll tell you at the end of the video. But first, let's take a look at what makes these cabins different and what are the pros and the cons. The interior of both of these style of cabins is, well, basically identical, so I'm not going to spend much time looking at that. However, if you're interested in a variety of cabin tours, in the top right corner of this video, right up there, is a link to some of my cabin tour videos. This video is more geared to the differences between the two. Let's start first with the infinite style veranda cabin. Alright, so the first thing that you'll notice when entering an infinite veranda stateroom is that it feels more spacious, and well, there's a reason for that. While the cabin's square footage is essentially the same as a traditional style veranda, it feels more spacious because you don't have a door with a window pane separating the inside from the outside. As you make your way closer to the veranda section, the floor area changes from a carpeted to a laminate style area. This is designed to differentiate the inside from the outside. In addition, you have two folding sections that can essentially close this part off from the rest of the cabin. When the dividers are closed, however, you no longer have a view of the exterior. In the outside section of the veranda, you have two small chairs and a small table, just big enough for some drinks. One nice aspect of the infinite veranda is the unobstructed view. You essentially have a floor-to-ceiling window to the outside, with just a small horizontal divider where the window opens. The window is very large, and with the press of a button, the window basically slides halfway down. It's a slow-moving window and is not a one-touch button. You have to hold the button for the window to open. But beware, there is a sensor that if anything is on the ledge of the inside of the window, whether your arm or some other object, the window will not open. In addition, the captain has the ability to lock the windows and prevent them from opening during inclement weather or while the ship's in port and being cleaned. When the window is open, you might notice that the tint of the window is a bit excessive, and that's because you're basically looking at a double pane tinted window now. So if you're sitting down or laying in the bed looking out, it might make it difficult to do so because of the tint. One additional feature of the infinite veranda is the blackout blinds. These are nice because, well, they're one-touch and can also be operated via the app on your phone. So you can be laying in bed and open up the blinds in the morning without leaving your bed, which is nice. These two, however, are slow-moving, but again are operated as a one-touch feature, so press it and forget it. These blinds do a great job of keeping the light out of the cabin. Okay, so that's going to do it for the infinite veranda. Now onto the traditional style balcony cabin. These cabins are noted with the titles of either sunset veranda or deluxe porthole veranda cabins. Before I move on to the traditional style balcony, I've got to thank you, my current and hopefully future subscribers. It's because of you that my channel continues to grow, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And it's because of you that I've just surpassed 500 of you beautiful subscribers. If you enjoy this content, maybe find it informative, please consider clicking that subscribe button down below with the notification bell on. It not only helps the channel grow, but it also helps to keep you notified when I put out new content. In addition, hit that like button And that tells YouTube that you enjoy this video, this content, and would like to see similar videos. Alright, moving on to the traditional style veranda cabins. In this section, I'm depicting a deluxe porthole veranda. Again, the interior of the cabin is identical to the infinite veranda, and the only difference is the quote-unquote outside space. When you enter the room, you once again have wall-to-wall windows. In a sunset veranda, you would not have the circular obstruction in your view, however, and would simply be a large window with a sliding door as you see here, and a balcony railing on the outside. Okay, as we make our way to the veranda section, you'll notice that this cabin has curtains instead of a blackout blind. And that's one big difference between the two. In addition, these curtains are manually controlled. There are no buttons or features on the app to control them. Good old manual muscle power. So another difference here is that you'll notice the space is a little more limited here, because you have a physical immovable barrier being the window, whereas the dividers on the infinite verandas are movable to separate the inside from the outside. You don't have that here. However, what you do have is a way to separate the climates from your cooled cabin and the hot, humid tropical air. This is one of the biggest differentiators between the two styles of verandas, and one of the main reasons people either love them or hate one over the other. So on this traditional style cabin, we have the ability to open the sliding door and step outside while closing the door, keeping the cool air in. Once out on the balcony, you have the same chairs and small table, along with the railing and a clear glass pane below. In addition, you have a little bit more of a view, albeit this type of veranda is not quite as private as the infinite veranda. You can sort of peek your head around this style of veranda, whereas that's not so easily done with the infinite veranda. One other difference here is that there are no restrictions to opening the sliding door. The captain has no control, so if you're adventurous and want to go sit outside on your balcony in the middle of a tropical thunderstorm, you can certainly do that, albeit probably not the smartest thing to do. Okay folks, so that's the battle, if you want to call it that, between the infinite veranda versus traditional style veranda. One provides you a bit more space, better blockage of light, and more technology as well as an unobstructed view. The other allows you much better temperature control of your cabin, more flexibility in being able to go outside when you want to, and maybe provide your traveling companion with a more personal space. Have you stayed in either an infinite veranda or traditional style veranda cabin? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, if you don't mind, click on my channel and answer the quick poll as to which style cabin you prefer better. So I'm assuming you want to know which one I like more, or do I like more one than the other? Well, the answer is I like them both, and for very different reasons. And yes, I do prefer one over the other, but it all depends on the sailing. So if I'm going to go to Alaska or a cooler climate sailing, I prefer the infinite veranda. This way I have amazing unobstructed views and can open the window and the cabin still feel very comfortable. When I'm cruising in the Caribbean, especially in the summer, I prefer a traditional style balcony. This way I can still go outside and keep the interior of my cabin nice and cool. So when I'm ready to go back in, it's comfortable inside for me. The division is so great for the love and hatred of these two styles of cabins that in the next generation of ships that Celebrity designs, you're going to see a more even balance of the different types of veranda cabins. This basically to appease both groups of people that prefer one over the other. Royal Caribbean heard this message loud and clear when they designed the Icon class of ships. You'll notice that there are now infinite veranda cabins on that ship, however, in addition, a large number of traditional style veranda cabins too. So there's a nice blend. I actually think Royal really got it right on that ship. Anyway, so that's going to do it for this challenge video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more reviews, as coming up I'll be posting a video reviewing a more detailed look into the Celebrity Beyond food, as well as a separate video looking at the entertainment. Alright guys, have a good one everybody.